Hello everyone, I'm Tom. Since this coronavirus disruption started, I've been hosting this blog to eat beef jerky and connect across the internet. The beef jerky part is silly and pointless. I'm not a food critic, but this blog has let me explore some fun ideas with you, especially regarding game design, and I plan to keep doing it. Um, it is the 11th of May, um, and yeah, we're still living in the coronavirus day. 2020. It's going to go down in history. It's going to be a big deal. It's going to be looking back on things. I was just talking with my wife that it's kind of a double whammy because um, the current president has led us into a multi-year situation where there's a new disaster or crisis or outrage every single day for the last 3 years. Um, I am so looking forward to being on the back end of that, much like Ford after Nixon. Um, Having a nice, trustworthy, stable, boring president would be a real nice change of pace. Sorry to get all political on you. At any rate, let's talk about this game that I showed you last week. Here we are doing the window capture for it. So, this game I designed asked us to choose between four different places to go for our group. Uh, Unfortunately, I did not get any feedback whatsoever on this. Maybe it's because, the last episode was the first one in a while, so people stopped watching. Well, that's on me. At any rate, since nobody's given me feedback, I happen to know how to play this game, and I can tell you that when everybody's at level 1 and this guy's at level 1, we should be fighting level 1. So I'm going to click on it. Here we go. So this is the results of the battle. Yay! We were victorious. And now we have a whole new set of battles here. And our characters, behind the scenes, our characters are leveling up. They just might take another time. In fact, I am going to go to Elrock Stronghold where there's another level 1 enemy. And let's attack him. Oh no, we failed. Fortunately, we escaped capture and managed to slip away into the night. So, because we failed the adventure, we didn't get any experience, so we're all still level 1. Let's try one more time. Here in Coney Wildlands, Alted is level 1. Pacoo! We did it! So we were victorious, and Alted was destroyed along with his evil plans, and Noel and Morgan, uh, the two characters here, leveled up. Sweet. So now we have level 1, level 1, level 2, level 2, and now we could theoretically think about maybe attacking Elzra's Forest, but also we'll probably, if we fight Kubaroth, we'll be um, much more able to defeat him um, reliably. So I don't know. What do you think? The idea is that you leave a comment on YouTube or Facebook and let me know which of these four options the party should choose next. Okie dokie. So, um, I'm going to get back to my mug and get to the main event. I told you the last time I was doing a video that I had gotten a shipment from Woody's Smokehouse in Centerville, Texas. And that shipment was the standard stuff and this Cajun turkey. Wait, no, Cajun turkey jerky. I'm not really sure exactly what Cajun turkey jerky means. I assume it means more spices, which is fine because the last turkey jerky I got from them, well, obviously this is the super thick kind, but more to the point, the last time's turkey jerky was kind of, as spices go, it just tasted like bacon. It was like turkey, sure, jerky, yes, but really just it's all like chewing on bacon, which isn't so bad, but surprisingly not as spicy and as adventuresome as I was imagining. However, this stuff is Cajun, so let's give it a try. Last time it had super packaging. Alright. I've got Cajun turkey jerky. Not beef jerky, turkey jerky. They actually sell the beef jerky. I wasn't really interested when I ordered. I thought that their turkey jerky was the amazing stuff I remember from years ago. So of course I went straight for the turkey jerky. Okay. Well, that's definitely got a southern spice to it. So let me see if I can get a small piece. Good luck with that. Oh, here's a smallish piece. All right, let's give this a try. It's good. I keep waiting for the spice to come rushing up and punch me in the face, but so far that hasn't happened. And by spice, I mean the heat. So this is not very hot. In fact, it's not very hot at all for a lot of people, but I don't like heat at all, so. However, this is yummy. Definitely more spicy and flavorful than the last batch. One would certainly hope so. Okay. There was no mail, but I wanted to talk a bit about a a conference I've been going to for the last several years called Roguelike Celebration. Roguelikes are a specific little subgenre of computer role playing games that have been around, I mean, forever. It got started in the 1970s, and Rogue, the original Rogue game, was built in the late 70s on a mainframe computer. And it took advantage of the fact that the green screen terminals of that day were extremely standardized, with a standardized keyboard and a standardized green screen character display that was 80 characters across and 24 down, by just as a standard thing. And of course, it was a terminal, so the terminal wasn't good for anything except logging into the mainframe, and then you saw what was on the screen because the mainframe sent it to the terminal. It wasn't really much of a computer of its own. You had to connect and log on with a password and all that. At any rate, Rogue, being the grandmother of a large series of games, um, became very popular and has remained popular, at least with a niche audience. But it's gained so much popularity that if you look at games on Steam now, you'll see the word roguelike a lot. In fact, a lot of people who have focused on roguelikes for a long time would say that the word's being thrown around way too much, and there are way too many games that call themselves roguelike when they're not roguelike. Except, of course, that, and this is getting into where the conference I like, generally speaking, the roguelike community, especially in America, is very cognizant of gatekeeping and very uninterested in being in the way of people's creativity. The bottom line is that while there's a lot of players and developers of roguelike games, so-called traditional roguelike games in Europe, um, the Europeans often have a much more hardcore kind of gatekeeping, kind of old white man attitude towards roguelikes and what they are and how they work. Whereas uh, American roguelike developers have concentrated on the freedom, independence, and creativity um, uh, of coding games that is kind of wrapped up and that typifies roguelike development. Um, I mean, there are different ways to put it, but the bottom line is that when I go to Roguelike Celebration, which has been held for several years in San Francisco, hosted by GitHub in the offices of GitHub, um, you get a situation where there's a tremendous number of people of all backgrounds, um, with a very diverse set of interests in game development and technology, all getting together and sharing creative ideas. And of course, that's like, I want to be there. And Roguelike Celebration has never disappointed me in that regard. I like to joke that, kind of half joke, that Roguelike Celebration has three kinds of people. One are the older programmer, designer guys like me, and then the second is the younger people who have or are working on their dissertation in video game development. Spam risk. And the third type of person is um, the blue-haired or pink-haired, nose-ringed, pierces everywhere, kind of uh, San Francisco uh, techno free spirit. And all three of those groups have amazing things to say, or have had in the past amazing things to say when I've gone to Roguelike Celebration. Um, so I love it. And if you go on YouTube and you search on Roguelike Celebration, all their talks, of which there have been many, are online, and I guarantee you that many of them are very, very interesting. Um, so I love to go. However, I just got the email this year, just now, saying that even though it happens every November, they're out of an abundance of caution going to go ahead and make it a virtual conference this year. In any case, I was planning on talking. I was planning on giving a presentation, and I was thinking about, and I still really haven't written anything, but I've been mulling over the idea of transgression in video games, transgression in video game art, transgression in video game dynamics, and play mechanics. What does it all mean? What does transgression mean, and how is it useful and helpful? And these are, I think, good questions that I would love to explore in my talk. So I'm probably going to give a virtual talk at this year's Roguelike Celebration. Um, it's out in San Francisco. It's over a weekend. Because it's over a weekend, basically it's all Saturday and then all Sunday. That's actually kind of problematical. It leaves me to basically fly in Thursday, or no, sorry, fly in Friday and fly out Monday. So, and it's San Francisco, and I've got to get a hotel room for 3 nights. So it boils down to, um, not an inexpensive trip. However, I find it tremendously worthwhile. So I'm willing to, find a way to make the budget work to get out there. Simply because, it's very, very few places I can go to that are that creatively energizing and also full of people who are just like me or speak my language. So for me, it's. But again, I recommend, I suggest that maybe if you're interested, go check out some of the talks online. They're very interesting and fun to watch. Uh, some more than others, but they're also interesting and good. And it's easy to pick out one that might be interesting to you just by looking at the titles. Roguelike Celebration. All right, well, that Cajun jerky was not hot. It was very spicy. Um, I would say it was really good. I'm looking forward to eating more of it. So, and I hope that you comment about the game, and now that the party is half level 1 and half level 2, feel free to chime in and tell me where to send them next, because I will. All right. See you next time, and thanks.